I'd like to introduce you to our new 2013 Talking Skull. This video is going to cover the differences in the skull from last year and how to take it apart to program the PicoTalk and install LEDs in the eyes. First off, I'd just like to go over the changes in the skull. First of all, there's no Calvarian cut in the skull. As you can see, it's completely clean all the way around the front. So there's no more openings in the skull. Second off, the jaw has no more jaw rod or anything impeding the opening and closing of the skull, so it looks very natural. There's no rods whatsoever. So what I'd like to do is show you how you take off the back of the skull to get at the interior mechanism and the PicoTalk to program it. All you need is a Phillips screwdriver, and you can do all the remove all the components from the inside. At the cranium of the skull, there is two small 440 screws. You remove those screws. One. Two. Both screws are out. The back of the skull pops right out. It's the back of the skull. Put it over here. And that shows you the interior of the skull. PicoTalk and the mechanism inside. So to program the PicoTalk, it's the same as always. But the great thing about it is you don't have to remove anything else. All you do is you put your screwdriver in the slot, and you can turn all your controls and your record buttons here for each function until you get your program the way you want it and you're ready to go. But if you want to remove the eyes or put in LEDs, you have to do one more step by removing the mechanism out of the skull. But that's just as easy. There's two small 440 screws at the back that you remove. So we're going to take those out now. One. I've tried to make this as simple as possible for people. Two. And it just pulls right out the back. And that's that. There's the skull, the interior of it. Oh, I left the screw in there. Just pull that out. And the jaw comes with it. So that's the whole mechanism. So if you want to remove the eyes, it's very simple. They pop right off. All you do is pull it off. Then inside there is a plug or a socket for a 3mm LED. The LED slips right in there, and then you put the eye back on again. Pops right in. If you want to change the color of the eyes, you just pull it off, put another set of eyes in, and you pop it on. Once you're done doing everything you need to do, all your wiring and installation of your LEDs, to install the skull is very simple. You just open the jaw a little bit. There's a little socket in the front here that slides into the front of the skull, and the sides of the skull plate slide into the slots in the side. You slide it in like so, and it slides right in, pops right in, you're done. And all you have to do is install the two 440 screws back in the back. It's very simple to do this. We tried to make it as simple as possible. So there's 4 screws to take the whole thing apart. Easy to replace servos if you need to. They just screw in and come right out of the skull. So that's that. That's back in again. And it's working, no problem. You just take the back of the skull, slides right on, clips right in place. Take your 2 screws and you put them in. And it's that simple. And it goes in place just like that. This one goes in just like that. And you just snug them down because you're just holding the back on. Also, again, there are provisions in the bottom there. There's a hole there for a 5/8 rod for so you can put it on a Bucky skull or on a stand. So it is made to be mountable as well. There is the 2013 talking skull with moving eyes. Thank you for watching, and our next tutorial will be on how to completely program the skull from scratch.